One, two, three, four, five, six pieces. 7 feet tall. Oh my gosh. All right, today I'm going to tackle the bamboo forest. First, I'll show you a few things that have been going on. You can see the onions are growing pretty well, and so is the, what is that, cilantro? Allison planted that. And probably later we'll be planting some of these blackberries. I have all of this Starbucks coffee that needs to go in these beds over here. I'll be filling them up later. And then heading over here, I trimmed up this tree. I need to probably do a little bit more, but it was getting overgrown on the sides, and sunlight was not allowed to get to a good chunk of the yard in this area, so I'm fixing that. And then over here, the lighting's kind of weird. I made them taller, and they actually were all the way out to here, and I scooped them up. I made them about a 4-foot pile, and I think that's going to make it a little bit easier to compost and for it to get thermophilic inside to get really hot. Let me show you the torture I'm dealing with today, which is behind the fence. So you can see bamboo grows constantly back here, and then if you look over here, there's a whole bunch of it. And looking in the other direction, you can see it's kind of the same thing. My neighbor's been working on his, so this will be good once we get it completely under control. Maybe it'll be a little bit easier to manage. But if you look at it, it just sprouts non-stop. We always have a lot of bamboo, and then sometimes there's some poison ivy that'll pop up along here, and you can still see some remnants of blackberries, wild blackberries. They're the thorny type. You can see those thorns over there. So I'm going to get my chainsaw and set it up and get going. I'm going to set this camera up in the back, and we're going to get to work. And it's about 55 degrees and pretty darn windy today. It's early January. I think it's January 10th. Allison came home and I trimmed up the tree, took a break from the bamboo, and this is what it looks like. So you can see it's a little bit further away from the house now, and then on the right hand side it's also cleaned up there. I think there's another branch I might want to take off. Dang it! I think I might want to go for that one right there too. Almost done. Does anybody want some wood? Holy cow. Alright, there we are. Now it looks symmetrical. What is it, Rory? Trying to get him? You gonna get him?
You'll see him.
Oh my gosh. What about you, Leo? Let's see how much we knocked out. Holy cow. Oh boy, that's a lot. We still have all that to do. Yikes. Alright, this side's finally done. My gosh. Crazy. Look at this. So much. I found a whole bunch of trash back here. I think some of it just blew in, but I don't know why there's that fabric back here. And this wood I've known about for a while. It's been rotting. Just needed to go away. It's really crumbly. If you look at some of it, it's just kind of falling apart. And yeah, there's more fabric over here. And then this is my fence line, and My neighbor has tons of rotting logs back on his side, so it's kind of crazy. That took forever. I still need to do this side, and I need to trim up those little pieces of bamboo popping in. Get rid of that stuff. So how much total bamboo do I have from this side? Yikes. That's insane. One of my garden beds is partially covered, and then you can't even see the compost bin back in the very back corner. In another video, I think I explained that part of this property, a little over 4 feet, is mine, and the other 2 feet belong to the other person, but it's never been maintained, so I have to check on the law to see if it's not maintained, is it mine? And if I'm taking care of it. I know in some states it's like that, but I don't know. I want to move this fence back eventually and get it a little bit closer and claim all of my territory, because this is a lot of room. Like, I'm looking around and it's a lot of growing area back here. All right, so I'm going to finish up this other side before the sun goes down and clean up this other area, and I think I'll work with the bamboo, stripping it down and making it into poles a little later. All right, the big stuff is done. Look at that, all clear. Let's take a look at it, and yikes. There's the other pile, and for reference, I'm backing up. Take a look at that. That is a lot of bamboo. Look at that. Jeez. And it's just in time because it's starting to get dark out here. I'm gonna have to continue working on this another time. My thoughts are to strip off the pieces after it's dried a little bit, whatever those branches are called on bamboo, and all the leaves, and then possibly sell some of those in bundles, the longer stems. So see how that works out. Definitely going to use some of it in our garden for like tomatoes and other plants like that, and I'm definitely going to give some away to friends and family.